Good morning. Can you all hear me okay? Good, then I'm not going to stand here. Couple of things. As you heard, I spent a career working in national security in the tech field. But in that space, I worked from government-funded research, independent research, homegrown technology within the national security community, partnerships with industry, partnerships with startups, partnerships internationally across all those same areas in order to ensure that the components that we needed, the capabilities that we needed were being developed and then integrated to do things that most people didn't know we could do. And I've had the great blessing and privilege to be part of groups over my career that achieved things that most people didn't think were possible. I often said at CIA, we did the stuff Hollywood only dreamed about. My first interaction with deep sea mining was a cover operation for the Glomar Explorer, which was a ship that pulled a then Soviet submarine off the sea floor in broad daylight with no one knowing what we were doing. That's kind of cool. And just thinking about the forces that had to be managed and designed to actually handle all of that, sea state and the weight and all of it's an incredible engineering feat. I spent a lot of time doing remote sensing of the ocean and modeling of the ocean, not to understand the ocean, unfortunately. It was because I was looking for other people's submarines. And so did a lot of advanced modeling. And I would love the kind of data sets and AI as applied that you're going to talk about later. I would have died for those back then. We generated lots of heat. I'm not here to share and talk about my expertise in oceanography. I don't have any. You're going to talk about that the rest of the day. What I'm here to do is to encourage you to take chances and leave your comfort zone and talk to one another about what you do know, about what you can do, about what might be done. Dream a little bit in this space. I'll share a quick story, and then I'm going to turn it over to Tracy again. Back 20 plus years ago now, a group came to me while I was at the CIA and said, we think there's some real opportunity in commercial space, particularly in the commercial satellite business. Now, you all sit there and go, well, of course. But let me tell you, it wasn't that way. Everyone was supporting the idea of commercial launch because we needed new launch vehicles, but no one thought that there was a market for commercial space, for commercial satellites. It was largely frowned upon across the government. So my first message is, you don't actually need the government to do something really extraordinary. In-Q-Tel at the time invested in a little company called Keyhole, which was about commercial imagery and being able to look at commercial imagery and assess it and evaluate it and employ it for any one of a number of things, including farming and understanding the earth and understanding the oceans and the polar ice caps. And they brought the first set of images into the intelligence community, and across the board, the intelligence community said, what would I do with that? We have exquisite capability on orbit that takes these incredible pictures. This is not the same quality. What would we do with it? Fast forward a few years, that little company becomes Google Earth. And then you can't go to a meeting in the intelligence community where it doesn't start with a Google Earth image on the table, because an analyst was able to get it quickly, look at it, make an initial assessment, and then say, you know what, I think we need the exquisite stuff to look at it now. And what I've watched over the years is an incredible ecosystem relative to commercial space develop, and now is investing in developing leading-edge capabilities that will allow us to see and explore and understand so much further than we ever thought we could, and now is the time. And I believe that the ocean, I believe that the ecosystem that is commercial exploration, commercial sensing, commercial development on the surface, under the water, on the seafloor. This feels like exactly the same time that I had all those years ago in the beginning of commercial space. And if you, the investors, the philanthropists, the scientists, the researchers, the pioneers who have already started commercial business, can get together and begin to share ideas in this space, you will create a market that we can't even dream of how far it will go. And I can't think of an area that's more important relative to all of our futures and the generations to come than this one. Thank you, good luck, and I look forward to the results.